Yes, greetings, greetings. Welcome to African Liberation Station. Yes, I know I'm a little bit late entering into the house again, see it, but I think it's the full moon vibration going from, right on and all, but see it. It's always good to be here. African Station, Liberation Station, the place where we always aim to liberate your mind. That is our purpose, see it. Yeah, man, give thanks each and every day, see it, to the ancestors from whom I came forth. See it, the great warriors that's always there for upliftment, strength, and power and guidance, see it. Yeah, man. So it's with love I come forth as always. Yes, man. Junior in the house, Liberty King, Liberty Night in the house. Give thanks, see it. Yeah, man. Grand uprising to each and everyone forward in through the in the house. Give thanks. Yeah, man. So we're gonna come forth, see it, and have a lively reasoning tonight, see it again. You know, um, I have to do a rebroadcast on this show because this is the one that YouTube remove. See it when it comes to our sisters. See it, and we know that our sisters is very important to us. Seeing, yeah, because it's their portal we come through to enter on this plane. Without them, we could not be here. That is just the reality, and we can't get around that. So we want to make sure that especially the sisters them that come in I Balmore. Greetings, greetings, my sister. Give thanks. Molessa in the house. And I just want to let you guys know that, my sister Molessa, she is really right now are here in the house basically to make sure that everything runs smooth, see it. So yeah, I give thanks to my sister. She's been on this for a very, very long time, see it. Long time I'm doing podcasts, and she's always been here supporting the podcast that I always do. So Melissa, see it, great love. I appreciate love you, my sister, for all the great work that you are doing. See it. So she's going to keep you guys in check and balance on this thing. Seeing because I need some check and balance on here sometime. I can't manage this thing by myself. So my sister is a very great sister. So therefore, she is going to be our moderator on the show. So Melissa, I want everyone to really a big shout out to Melissa. See it. We have to work with each other. We have to uplift each other. True love production in the house. Give thanks, my brother. See it. So this is the journey of life. And for me, like I said, I hold my sisters in very high esteem. See it. And this is what we have to do. We have to let the sisters know the importance, the important role that they play in all of this. Like I said, without them, we could not be on this plane. It would not be possible. We came through their portal. But the important point that I want my sisters to understand, overstand. Yes, my sister, I know. I am not, a big YouTuber, as you know. So, yeah, it's good to have moderator. I know that, see it is an ongoing process for me. And so, yeah, I am about the sisters who are really about it. And I'm about those who really are showing support over the years. And they never, Melissa is a sister that, like I said, she's always been on the shows, and she's always very supportive. You see what I'm saying? Is so it's sisters like this we need around us to support whatever we are doing, because without our sisters we can't go forward. We are not going to we can talk revolutionary talk, but as I said, without the sisters there is going to be no revolution. Seeing? And that is what we must realize, and we must, I have always said, The sisters play a very vital role in this thing that we are doing. So we want to make sure that we understand, we overstand, and we let the sisters know that we appreciate of them. You see what I'm saying? Yes, there's a system that has turned things upside down, right? And there's actually a war that has developed between the melanated man and the melanated woman. You see what I'm saying? But the reality is, we didn't start this war, and that is what we must recognize. You have people who start this war, but the problem is that I'm saying with us as a people now, we are the one perpetuating it. We are the one perpetuating it because we are allowing the system, we are to still mold us. You see what I'm saying? We are still allowing them to mold us in their mold. And a lot of our sisters do not want to let go of the system. So the sisters, them that holding on to the system, we're not going to worry about them. It's not them we are dealing with. It's not them we are talking about. We're talking about the sisters who are serious, who are in their stage of awakening, the sisters, them that are seeking to find themselves. These are the sisters that we are dealing with. Okay, we're not going to go out there. We're not going to force anyone to do this thing. Neither brothers or sisters alike. We're not going to force to do this. But we are going to deal with sisters who are about it, sisters who are putting in the work, working on themselves, right? Realizing how important they are, knowing that their portal, you see what I'm saying, is very important, and they should not take it for granted, and they should not let anyone use and abuse them. You see what I'm saying? It is very, very important. Seeing? So I am saying to the sisters that are about it, that are awakened, that are coming into yourself. You see, it's one thing, let me tell you this. I have heard a lot of brothers and sisters talk, and especially a lot of sisters I have always heard say, oh, they are lonely and all of these different things. But let me say this, and I'm telling you, like I said, when you're on a spiritual journey, it's a whole different walk. It is not the usual. The thing is to say, when you are on your journey, one of the things is to say, you see this thing called loneliness is something that is going to flee away from you. I'm telling you. Because you don't have no time to be in that space. What is it that you are doing now? When you're searching within your own self, when you're digging deep within your own self, you realize that, especially in the beginning of this journey, you don't have no time to have anyone interrupting that natural flow that you are getting into. You realize that there's a lot of cleansing to do, both mentally, spiritually, and physically. You have all of these things to do. You see what I'm saying is, sisters have to be cleansing their womb or their portal. Because the thing is, over the years, unfortunately, you have invited demons in, spirits. Because and a lot of times I will say, it is not really the sisters go and invite the spirit in, because if the man that you are dwelling with is your, whether he's your husband, your boyfriend, or whatever name you call him, if he is sleeping with other women, right? What do you think? Those spirits are coming to you from him. You see, as brothers, we don't even realize these things. We don't understand how these things work. You see what I'm saying? So we have to come to that place where we understand the importance of not running over here and over there and sleeping with this one and that one and the other one and thinking that, this is some kind of badge of honor. It is actually a dishonor to yourself, first and foremost, and a great dishonor and a disservice to that sister. You see what I'm saying is, so we must understand the important role Not just that the sister play, but that we also play in her space. Guess what I'm saying? We play an important role. And that's why I say to my sisters, don't just let anyone, into that important garden of yours. Let's call it that for tonight, right? We don't want to. This is your sacred garden. This is the place that you have to cherish the most. You have to, because this is a creative place. It is where a thing has actually taken place. A very, very powerful thing take place. And that's something that one need to understand and understand, that this is very, very important. This is where life itself comes from within you. You have an avatar developing you for 9 months to come forth on this plane, and without you, there is no existence for that avatar on this plane. So don't let the world take you and use you and abuse you and prostitute you. No, don't allow anyone to do that to you. You see, neither should you try to do that with yourself. And that's why I say, this thing where people you always talking about love at first sight and all this foolishness, these are some foolish talk. You see what I'm saying is? That's why I said this is not about love, it's about respect. Or as I say, it is about I expect the highest honor that you can receive or hold. Because when you respect yourself, you're not going to allow anyone to disrespect you in that way. Just as you see what I'm saying? When I look and see the type of woman that you are, I am going to expect you. I am going to hold you in high esteem. You see what I'm saying is? Because it is the highest honor that you can receive. You see what I'm saying is? So everything in the universe is representing, and the cosmos is representing the melanated, carbonated woman. You see, let me tell you guys something. The power of our sisters is so profound. Make no mistake about it. It is very, very profound. So don't take it for granted. And I'm saying none of us should be taking it for granted. This planet that we live on is a feminine planet. You listen, put whatever you want as a seed into Mother Earth. Our mother she's going to produce, and she's going to give you, she's going to multiply and give to you. Without the sister, my brothers, you cannot produce anything. It's not possible. Yes, you are carrying the force. But if the sister is not there to receive it, where are you going to put it? The only other place you can put it is into a dead place that nothing good can come out of. You see what I'm saying? So all these agendas, these homosexual agendas and all these things these people are running with, these things is nothing that is going to carry life on. So these people who run these agenda, they are trying to destroy life. They're not trying to multiply. They're not trying to do anything. You see what I'm saying is that is going to make sure life is on a continual basis on this plane. You see my drift? That's why I tell brothers. You see, a lot of sisters have been traumatized. That is a fact. Because a lot of time they don't have a father that set a good example. They don't have a mother that set a good example, unfortunately, in our community. And these are the facts of life. You see, because of a system that was set in place to destroy the carbonated, the melanated beings. You carry a special, you don't just carry a melanin, you carry neuromelanin. Very, very important that you recognize that, because there's some people that they have melanin, but it's not the same melanin as yours. That's why everyone is looking to you. That is why do you think in the days of the enslavement of our people, why is it that you think that these so-called European women was having our sisters, our ancestors, they were feeding from, their children were feeding from the breasts of our ancestors? You imagine that? You imagine that? And yet these people say they hate you. These people are confused more than anything else. You can see it. If I hate you, why would I let my child suck from your breasts? If I hate you, why would I allow you to be in my kitchen preparing food that I'm going to eat? You see how stupid and ignorant these people are? You see how confused they are? And our dear melanated sisters, if you want, you could have get rid of them a long time ago. You could have get rid of them a long time ago. You see, but really and truly, they are crazy. And you can see that these people are really crazy in the mental space. Because if I say I hate you, I don't want nothing from you. If I say you are my enemy, I don't want to eat or drink or nothing with you. You see what I'm saying? So they are about their own destruction. I don't have to destroy. You don't even have to try to destroy them. They will eventually destroy themselves, because that's their end game. They're going to destroy themselves. If you look at the rate what they're going, that's what they're going towards. So we don't really have to press and spend too much time on those individuals. I am talking about us as a people, that we really need to get it together and stop fighting with each other. And I'm saying, sisters, it is important that you guys really get it together. Stop making the world use you. Stop making people want, all kind of people want to get with you because they know who you are. Especially in these times that we're living in, when they are decreasing and we are increasing. You see, we never stop increasing as a nation and as a people. Everyone knows that. Even all the genocide that they tried to commit upon us, we're still always multiplying. So it doesn't matter what they do or what they say, they can't change the truth. You see what I'm saying? It's one thing with the truth, it doesn't need clothes. The truth is always naked, it doesn't need to dress up. But it speaks loud and clear, and especially in this time we're living in, the truth is ever louder. It is ever louder. You see? So what we need to do is we need to recognize the importance of allowing this crazy system to just melt away. We just have to let it go. But some of us are too afraid. We live in fear, so we can't let it go. And the longer we hold on to this system, the more we suffer. That's the problem. In order for you to receive what is there for you from your ancestors and from the universe, from the cosmos, guess what? You have to let go in order for you to receive. You see what I'm saying? We must pay attention to ourselves. We must pay attention to just us as a people. When you start to ignore these individuals that are always trying to sabotage what we do as a people, you realize that you are doing something right. And the more you focus on what you're doing right, the less you will worry about them. So that's what I'm saying is turn within, realizing that you have work to do. My dear sisters, you don't need to look for a man. When you look deep within yourself and you work on yourself and you fix yourself, that brother will come. But you have to know that it is going to happen. You can't doubt it. You can't have any doubt. You see? Nothing, nothing at all, listen to me carefully, is running away. Anything you're chasing, it will always be running away from you. You see? It will always be running away from you. I'm just saying, when you work on yourself, you don't have time to be looking for anything. And before you know it, you see, you just meet up with a brother and it's done. And you're thinking, wow. You see, life is not as difficult as we think. We make it difficult by the things that we are not doing. We are not working on self. We are not uplifting self. We are not really paying attention too much to self when that's what our main focus should be all the time. I'm not saying to be selfish now. Don't get me wrong. Looking after self, putting self first, and selfish is two different things. Selfish people don't care about no one else but themselves. That's not what I'm talking about. A selfish person will see that you're in need and they have something to give you, and they will rather to just throw it in the garbage. That's selfishness. A person that is about self, they make sure that they are looked after. And they know that by looking after themselves, everyone else around them is going to benefit from that. That is the difference. They make sure that they look after themselves, and their cup is filled, it is always running over into someone else's. You can't be a person that is sick and then you're going to take care of the sick. No, you must first heal yourself. That's how it works. You see? Don't let anyone fool you. Don't let these people in this world fool you. Let me show you something. When you're looking after yourself, you're going to realize the importance of the balance. The balance is look after those who are looking after you. Don't do like these religion tell you, because these religious people, they got things so twisted that a lot of these religious people, let me show you something that they themselves is not thinking. Even the book that they read, I can show them things in there that when they come with their foolishness, they're just gonna shut their mouth. They won't talk to me. Religious people don't talk to me. I tell you that straight up front. They don't even approach me in the first place. What I'm saying to you is, for instance, they talk about 10 virgin. 5 was wise, 5 was foolish. And this is what you guys need to bear in mind and pay attention. When some people come to you and said, give me some of your oil, or give me some of what you work hard and put aside for yourself, that making sure that you are doing the right thing, that you are able to take care of yourself. No, you tell them no, because he says what he said in that Bible. He says what the wise virgin said to those foolish virgin. We don't have no oil to give you. Go get your own. You see what I'm saying? Is nothing wrong with saying no. And that is one of our biggest problem. A lot of times, sisters especially, you will give your last, whatever you have, away, and you cause yourself to suffer. And then you say, oh, maybe I shouldn't. You have to stop doing these things, because a lot of times the people that you're giving it to, they are worthless individuals. You hear me? A lot of time, and whether they're family or whoever they are, I'm going to be straight and honest with you. A lot of time, the people that you're giving your last dollar to, they are worthless individual, and they wouldn't do the same for you. And if I'm lying, you tell me that, because I know I'm not. You see, this is what we're talking about. You see, you see what I'm saying? It is extremely important that we understand the importance of looking after self. You see what I'm saying? Yes, everyone, girl, give thanks. Apple cider. And everyone that is forward into the house, give thanks for the love, man. Give thanks. It's always great to have you guys on board. You see it? I'm always recognizing you guys when you come in. You know, see it? But sometimes I'm in the midst of it. You see it? So I'm just saying, we must pay close attention to these things. The reason why a lot of us is not catching on to what is going on, it is because we are not present in our own life. A lot of time, let me repeat that again, why we don't catch on to things or see the people around us and see that they don't really mean us any good, because we are not present in our own life. We are trying to help everyone else and not helping ourselves. So I'm saying, sisters, look after yourself. Put yourself first. Don't let guys, that brothers that are not about anything get ready, because they are thinking of ways that they can come and lay up with you, get into your portal, and then they leave these demons that they are carrying around and leave them with you for you to deal with. Because sometimes our sisters, they got behaviors and attitude that you don't even know where these behaviors and attitude coming from, but it's the people that they are allowing themselves to go lay down with. It is the people that they are allowing themselves to go lay down with that is leaving these demonic forces within their portal. And then now they have to deal with that. And they don't even know what's going on in their life. They don't have no idea. So when a brother, like I said, is running around and think he's king of the hill, sleeping with this sister over there and that sister over there and that sister over there, you're doing yourself, brother, first of all, an injustice. But that woman that you have at home, you're doing her a bigger injustice. And you wonder why she is the way she is. Because you're not thinking. You just get caught up into all of this craziness. And like I said, when it comes to music, they changed the vibration of music. In the 80s, they changed it completely. Music for us was about revolution, the revolutionary people, the revolutionary movement. But all of a sudden, it becomes love songs, and we love those love songs. We are fired up about those love songs. Yes, what I'm saying is we are into the love songs. But the thing is, it's a low vibration music. Go and check it out for yourself. The earths that is coming across is low vibrational tones, because the system want to keep you in your lower self, and all you are thinking about is sex, sex, sex. So in the 1980s, 70s and 80s, is everything is sex, sex, sex. These are in the 90s, the same thing. And it just keep getting worse over the years, because that is what they choose for you to live in your lower self. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That is so. Most of our sisters don't have a father figure in their life. And the funny thing is, just as brothers don't have a father figure in their life, sisters don't have father figures in their life a lot of time to show them what a real man is. Yes, that's the thing. You see, these sisters, they are using their portal as a weapon. You see what I'm saying? They're using it as a weapon. And it is a very dangerous thing to do. It's a very dangerous thing to do. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to go down that road. You don't want to sow no seed like that because it's going to come on. It is going to really, what I'm telling you, sisters, listen to me carefully. You know, I overstand sometimes. And I tell you the truth, I overstand sometimes when I hear some sisters say, I don't want sisters for friends because a lot of time the influence, they will influence even when they know that what you're doing is wrong, they won't call you out. A lot of times sisters won't call out sisters and say, sister, this thing that you're planning to do, it is not a good thing. Because they're afraid of losing. If you're afraid of losing a friend, you didn't have one in the first place. If your friend cannot tell you the truth, you did not have a friend in the first place. You see what I'm saying? Yes, my sister, you have to give thanks for a father like that, because that's what I'm saying is a father figure is so vital to be in a household that a lot of our sisters think that you can raise a man by yourself. I'm not telling you you can't try. And especially if you have help, if you have maybe, your mother don't have a man in her life, but she have her father, or she have, other family members that can help her raise that son. You see what I'm saying? The reality is a woman, to be a woman that become inspired to get the right kind of man in our life, she need to see it in our father. So sisters, when you have your children and you're separating that man out of your life because maybe you have a disagreement, these are the dangerous thing. I was listening to a sister the other day, right? And she said she's very grateful to her mother because even though her father and her mother was not together, her mother made sure that her father and her had a good relation. I'm not talking about no ship now because ship is always wrecking. They always have a good relation between each other. Anything, like she said, our father is always there for her. Always. And these are the things that we need to understand, that you're doing a big injustice to your children when you put the father out of their life, because you're not always going to be in agreement, but it's not you have your difference, but it's the child that is going to suffer the consequence. So don't punish the man and think that you're saving the child. You're not. Because to be in a hateful state of mind is not a good place to raise a child, because the child is going to sense it and it's going to carry on into the adult life. It is going to carry on into that child's adult life. So you need to think. You see what I'm saying is, and I'm not telling you that there's a lot of brothers out there that they're not going to do the right thing. I'm not talking about those brothers. But sisters, a lot of times that some of these brothers, they don't deserve what is being dished out to them, because there's a system that is at play that is making sure that there's not a man in your house, because they don't want you to raise warriors. They don't want that. And especially, let me tell you, in America, after the Black Panther Party, or during the time of the Black Panther Party, this country see it to hit. They don't just put things in place, but they see to hit. Listen to me carefully. Because during that time, anytime, go back in the 60s and see what I'm talking about. They didn't want revolutionary minds, both young women and men. They don't want those kind of people no more. No, they want toothless dogs and toothless lions and lioness. That's what the system wants. So I'm saying we have to recognize that these people, they have a game plan, and their game plan is to make sure they get rid of you and me. That is what they are always aiming and aspiring to do, because as long as they can keep us weak, in the sense is that I'm not talking about you can't lift things up, mentally weak, where we can't see a way to coordinate together to make life better for each other. This is what I'm saying. The sisters are the powerhouse, brothers. Don't let no one fool you. So sometimes, but people might think, why are you always talking about the sisters are the powerhouse, brother? If you got a sister who respect you, listen to me carefully. I didn't say love you. Respect you. No one, I don't care who it is, will never be able to hurt you, because that sister is going to make sure she see what you don't see. She's going to be always there to make sure that you are protected, because the moment you fall is when she falls, and she's not going to let you fall, because she's not going to allow herself to fall. Yes. You see, the brothers, and a lot of time you hear your sister says, sometimes you hear your sister says, brothers can't find a good brother. But what I'm saying is that good, don't look for anything. I'm just saying that the reality is, the facts is that when you look after yourself, when you put yourself first, the thing that wants that you need the most will always come to you. You just have to know that there's a process. Every year they say good things come to those who wait. The reality is, when you learn to be a person who have a waiting attitude, in the sense where you just do the things that you know how to do. Don't get caught up into the system, in the ism and the schism. Focus. Just know within your own self that everything that you demand or command from the universe, it is going to happen, because you create your own reality. So if you, a lot of time, it is you that denying yourself from what you really need. It might sound weird, because when you doubt yourself that you're going to be able to have this person come into your life, that's why it don't happen, because it's you creating that reality. It's no one else. You see, it's no one else. You see, but also having expectation. The expectation is, you see, everything starts and end with you as an individual. Because the thing is, if we expecting a brother to do something, right, and we are not expecting the same thing from ourselves, you see what I'm saying? So when we put, like, sometimes you will hear a sister says, oh, I want a brother that makes six figure or how many figures, right? The reality is this: what do you have to bring to that table? And that's what I'm saying. When we focus on self and develop self, the reality is that the brother is going to come along that you need, and that brother is going to come and match what you have. You don't even have to say, hey, I'm looking for a brother with six figure or any figure. You just have to know, set whatever you looking for in motion, and know that it is going to happen. And that's what you have to do. That's all you have to do. And that's what I'm saying. These sometimes the expectation that we have of others, we don't have the same expectation of ourselves. And that is where the problem comes in. You see what I'm saying? So we have to, is what we expect of self. You see what I'm saying? Because just like I said, if you don't love yourself, how can you love anyone? And if you don't know yourself, how can you know anyone? The reality is you must know yourself, you must love yourself, and you must put yourself first. So when the person who come into your life see that this is what you're doing, they're going to do the same. Because if they were doing it for themselves, when they come into your space, guess what? It's going to be the same thing that is going to carry on. So that's what I'm saying is the focus have to be on you as the individual. Don't put it on the next person. You see what I'm saying? This is how we will change everything. We have to stop seeing others and seeing what they are. Don't worry about other people and what they're all about. Leave them in that space where they put themselves, because that's the place where they choose to be. You see? And when you leave them where they choose to be, is that's where they choose to be. You must know where you choose to be. And the place that you choose to be is to look after yourself and put yourself first. And know that in everything that you do, it is always going to be successful. Because the moment you take, okay, let me give you guys a scenario. Think about basketball or any game. I'm not into sports like that, but I'm just using it as an example. What I'm saying is, in order to become a good player, to be precise in what you do, you must pay attention. You ever hear they talk about a skilled craftsman? A man maybe that build furniture, a man that works on car or anything, is good at what he does, or she is good at what she does. When you bring something sometime to a sister and say, sister, what should I do? And she already figured it out a long time ago, because she's fully engaged within her own self, and she's so much into what she does that you don't have to say anything. And when you get whatever it is that you bring to her, even to make something, she, when you go, it's very precise. Is one thing I know about sisters: details. Okay, I know sisters that they can make clothes, and it's very details. Most of the time, that's the thing with sisters. They are very details on what they do. You have brothers that are good that way also. But this is what I'm saying: focus on you. The reason why, for instance, talk about basketball. Why they say that Michael Jordan was the best basketball player? Because when other people was wasting time on other people, he was there on the court practicing his skill, practicing the heart. You see, these are the things that we must aim. We must aspire to be the best version of ourselves, not the best version of others. Why other basketball players don't become that good? Because they are aspiring to be Michael Jordan. They're not aspiring to be the best version of themselves. You see what I'm saying? This. I'm just giving him as an example. Don't care for no athletes, none of these people. I don't care for them. I'm just using them as an example, because you know who is good and who is not. You see what I'm saying? You have to become fully laser focused on the things that you do and stop worrying about others. That's why I said, you see, the reality is this: when a sister see the importance of taking care of herself, both mentally, physically, spiritually, that sister is going to be a sister that when you get with that sister as a brother who is doing the same for yourself, you're going to have a beautiful relation. And you're not going to have all these quarrels and these fuss and fights, because you was not out there running the street transporting demons to each other, to different people. You were focused on yourself, so you were clean. You come in clean. So if both of you come in clean, then guess what? The whole house is clean. But when part of the house is filthy and part of the house is clean, then you're always going to be arguing. You're always going to find yourself in a place that you shouldn't be. You see what I'm saying? So these are the things, you see, because the system is conditioning you to be a person that is not focused on self, but they are teaching you to be selfish, individualistic. You see what I'm saying? So when you look after self, when you put self first, that's why I said everyone else around you is going to benefit. Your children is going to benefit. That man that come into your life is going to have a great respect and appreciate love for you. You see what I'm saying? So this is the irony of the whole thing. You see? So I'm a person who I realize over time how misguided the world is that we live in. I was in there, but my spirit has never been pleased being in the world. No. You see, anytime you step away from the world and remove, is not, listen to me carefully, it's not that you're not going to have sexual desires, but it's not your main focus. You become, listen to me carefully, you become in a way just like those animals that you see in nature, that when you see these animals, they're out there, they're feeding, they're taking grass, they're looking after themselves. You don't see them every day trying to mount up on each other, but they are focused in looking after themselves. Now when the time comes, they are ready to transform into what they need to become, that they can transform life, that life can come through them, and good strong energy of life will come through them. Imagine the kind of ancestors that you could bring through you when you make sure that you are, both of you are clean. Just imagine the powerful ancestors that you could bring forth. So sometimes we are bringing some children into this realm, and these children, they are disturbed because of the condition that your mind was in and the condition that your whole temple was in. Your whole avatar was not in a good state. So what kind of being is entering into this realm through you? Think about that. what kind what kind of spirit is entering? So sometimes we see in the children and the way they behave, it is because of the state of mind that both of you were in when this thing took place. Your womb was not clean. That brother that was entering into your womb, he wasn't clean. So sometimes you ask yourself, what did I do? Or what did we do? Why this child is this way? It's the things that we are not thinking about. It's the things that we are not taught about in any of these institutions. That's why they call them institution. Because they're not about edifying you. They're not about enlightening you. They're not about uplifting you out of this dense darkness that is keeping you in your lower self. So we take in this thing called everyone talking about sex. Everyone want to have sex. This is a very, very powerful spiritual act that is being committed, and we are not recognizing the importance of this very powerful spiritual act that is being performed. So is either you're going to bring in some powerful beings, or you're going to bring in some serious demons. You get it? That's how it works. Don't use your portal, my sisters, to bring these demons in. Your mind. and your temple is a terrible thing to waste. You see, we must understand the importance of not allowing the system to manipulate us to its will. Because if we don't see the need to protect each other, do you think that they're going to see the need to protect us? Do you think for a moment they get you caught up in the money machine? They get you caught up in the hair, the nails, the falls, the false wood, the fall. Everything in the system is about nothing is about anything beneficial. 99% of what is in the system is not about anything that is truly beneficial to you. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. And our people are always chasing to be included in an illusion. That is why we are always finding ourselves in the same place. We are fighting against each other. We are arguing with each other over what? Because the reason why we argue and fight so much is because of the way we're thinking and the way that we're living and the things that we are doing, and not realizing that we are becoming a danger to our own very self. Like I said, this place, the African Liberation Station, is here to liberate your mind. I'm not here to beat around the bush. I'm not here to make people feel good. No, I'm here to speak the truth, raw and uncut. I don't care where the chips fall. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to tell it like it is. You see what I'm saying? Yes, yes, my sister, substance abuse, all of these things, that's what I'm telling you, is the lifestyle we're living in. A lot of brothers, they get caught up in these things. They're smoking cigarette, look, alcohol, all of these different things. These things should not be entered into your temple. You see, look, let me give you guys something. If you go out and buy a brand new car, you don't go and put water into the gas tank. No. You see, we take care of the material things that we think is more important than us, the house, the cars. You go out and you go buy a Bentley and you make sure that Bentley is pristine, it's clean. You make sure all of these material things are kept in the best condition. And if they said 93 octane only, that's all you will put inside of there, because you don't want to pay the consequence. And the reality is that we don't do the same with ourselves. You see what I'm saying? We don't do the same for ourselves as an individual. You see what I'm saying? We don't. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing is, eating junk food is abuse. It's abuse. Eating junk food is abuse. You're abusing your beautiful temple. They tell you what it is. They didn't hide it. The system tell you. But you run out and you bite and you stick it inside of yourself. But you won't go out and put 87 octane in a car that says 93 octane only. But within the most important thing that you have, you will go and put garbage inside. And what do you expect to get out? You see what I'm saying? Do you guys get the importance of what I'm saying here? We will abuse ourselves. We will do these things that is going to truly harm our and then you hear always, oh, I'm feeling pain here. I'm feeling this. This is what is, because you're doing it to yourself. There's no one doing it to you. You don't love yourself. You don't know yourself. You see what I'm saying? You don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't do the things you're doing to yourself. And what the result, you think when you was in your teens and your 20s, and you think now you in your 30s, and you start feeling all the you start to really your temper start to really want to vomit everything that you have put into it over all these years, and you start to feel the pains in your knees and everywhere else. You feeling sick, you feeling you have diabetes. You hear the name? That means you're dying. You have high blood pressure, you have all kind of diseases and things that is happening to you. Because what? No one hold you and force feed you these things. You did it to yourself. You see what I'm saying? They can put it in front of you all day long, but you don't have to eat it. But we make excuse. I can't afford food because this food is too expensive. But you're driving a BMW and you're finding the money to make the payments. You're driving a Mercedes Benz and you find money to make the payment. You live in a big house and you find money to make the payment. But the most important house, you're not taking care of it. Hmm? You see the problem? This is the issue that I'm talking about. You see, just like you have sisters, they're thinking like, okay, I can abuse my temple. I can abuse my portal by allowing all these entities to these to enter into the most important place. You see what I'm saying? And you think that there's not a consequence. To every action, there's a reaction. It's a fact. You can't get around it. You see, we must understand that if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for everything. And when you fall, it is going to hurt. It really is going to hurt. Because it's one thing, like I said, the universe and nature doesn't deal with law. It deals with principle. You know why? Because a principle can never change. And if you violate it in ignorance or in knowing of it, you're still going to pay. There's no getting around it. You can't amend a principle. You sow. Whatever you sow is what you're going to reap. That's the reality. So we can run around and we can do all of these things that we think is fun. Yeah, people, oh, it's fun. Go have a one night stand. Yeah, there's a big price to pay. And many have paid it with their very existence off of this plane. Don't fall into these traps. No, it's not worth it. They have a saying, what is sweet to your mouth is bitter to your belly. And what is bitter to your mouth is sweet to your belly. So yes, you might be having fun in the moment, but there's a price to pay. Are you willing to pay the price? You see what I'm saying? Yes. That is the reality. So we can do all these things, but I'm saying, remember, there is a consequence. Because to every action, there's a reaction. And that's what I'm telling you. I'm saying to my sisters especially, because this is about the sisters. Protect your womb, protect your portal, cherish your sacred garden, because that is where life enters through and from. Is what I'm saying. So if you say you're awake, and you say you are in a spiritual place, you're going to understand the importance of this reason that we are having. You see, that's the bottom line. You're going to see the need to make sure that you're always putting yourself first and foremost in making sure that you don't abuse yourself. So you can, it's sexual abuse. A lot of our sisters, they get abused. They get abused by family members. They get abused by no good people. A lot of our sisters, they get raped. And these are not sisters who are not trying to protect their portal. These are the sisters that are innocent in a lot of ways. And I don't want to forget them, because what I'm saying is these sisters are very important. That the sisters, that's what I'm saying, sisters who know the truth, you should speak to these sisters, console them, stand up with them. And brothers, especially, do not know, you must know rather, that if there's a situation that you know that someone or some culprit who done something to a sister, you must make sure that culprit is dealt with. I don't care if you go to turn them into the law, what you decide to do, but they must pay for what they have done. You see what I'm saying? Because of these things that is being done to our sisters, a lot of times our sisters, their life is never the same from these situations that they run into. You see what I'm saying? So when we come together as a community, this is the thing, we have to protect our sisters, because no one else is going to protect them. So stand up for principle, not for law. Stand up for principle, and knowing that whatever you sow, you will reap. Because if you know that this happened to someone else's daughter and you don't do anything about it, it's going to come knocking at your door. And when it happened to your daughter, what is it that you're going to do? What is it that you have to say? These are the things that we are talking about. You see? So if you, this is why I say we have to look after each other. Don't let no one abuse your sister. Don't let no one abuse none of the people that is close to you. And even if the person is not close to you, you should still not tolerate any of these things. You should never tolerate people who, even if brothers, if you hear any guys talking about doing some things like this to sisters, you should shut it down and deal with that individual right away. You see what I'm saying? These are the things that we must do. Stand on principle. No, I don't care who you think you are. You could never come around me and speak disrespectful about sisters. No, I don't tolerate those things. None at all. I don't care who you are. I don't deal with that. Point blank, period. You see what I'm saying? No, not into that place. You see, because I know what we as a people have gone through. And yes, a lot of us, we're not in a good mental place. But there's no reason to abuse a sister, because, you see. So I'm saying, we must stand on principle, live through principle, be guided by principle. You see what I'm saying? Because they change law to suit themselves. They change law, they amend laws. But the system is not about any principle. Nothing in it is about principle. So I'm saying, we must live by principle and not by law. You see what I'm saying? Because when you live by principle, you don't worry about violating their laws, because you are on a higher plane. That's what I'm saying. You are on a way higher plane. So that's why I tell people, don't come to me and tell me about laws, because I know what laws are. Laws are made for subjugation. Man make law for subjugating. That's what they have been doing with all these laws that they make. It's to subjugate and control you, like when they catch animals in nature and put them in pen and cages. You see, I'm not about those things. I'll never cage an animal. I don't put animals in chain. I don't need to do that. They need to be free, just as I'm free. You see what I'm saying? This is what we must. We must be free, free from all this bondage and this captivity. Because these people, they always want to make sure they have something or someone in bondage. Even our people. You see, let me tell you something. A lot of our sisters, I see a lot of sisters now, they're going around with these little dogs, just like these Europeans, and they say, oh, this is my child, and all these different things. My sisters, you stop that thing. A dog is not your child. A dog should not be in your bed. A dog should not be in your in your living space like that. No, we don't do those things. We know how the animals need to live. This is what I'm saying is they make these lab animals. They are lab animals. They are created through lab. They are genetically modified creatures. And so when you take them up and oh, they are like my child. You see, we're walking in dangerous territory. I know that these things that some people don't want to talk about, but I'm here to tell you like it is. Doesn't matter. This is what I'm saying is we must live it. We must live it. That's the facts of life. I see my people walking around and picking up dog shit off the street with plastic bags. It's what I'm saying is these are the things I've seen sisters who wouldn't clean their husband filth or their emperor. They wouldn't clean their filth, but they would clean a dog filth or their man, whatever you want to call them. But they would have a scorn to go and clean up their man if he filled up himself, but they will pick up a dog shit on the street because they're trying to be someone who they're not. You see what I'm saying? So we have to come into ourselves and let all of that go. All of what they have taught us, all of what they have, these mind games that they play with us, we are trying to aspire to be like these people who are of nothing. They are of nothingness, worthless. You see what I'm saying? Be your authentic self. Go into yourself, deeper and deeper within yourself each day. Study yourself. You are a book that needs to be studied by you. When you study yourself, you're going to automatically find that deep respect within your own self. And then everyone around you, guess what they're gonna have to start doing? They're gonna have to respect you too. That's how it works. So my dear sisters, it is in great love that I come. And my brothers, keep being powerful. Those of you who is awakened. It's not many of us, but those of you who are awakened, I see you. I know you. Just keep being powerful. The journey is not for the faint of heart. The journey is not for the weak. So just know yourself and know that you are going to be victorious. Don't doubt yourself. Don't ever doubt yourself. You see what I'm saying? Doubt is the danger. Fear is danger. All of these things are things that they sell to Christian people who go to church. But when you walk away from fear and doubt, you set yourself free because there's nothing to fear. Fear is false evidence appearing to be real. It's not real. That's what I'm saying. And doubt is the thing that hold you back from creating what you need to create. You see, you are the creator, so go create. My sisters, be strong, be powerful, be mighty. And again, without you, there can be no revolution. So, brothers, help these sisters to protect who they are, protect their portal, protect their womb, because we don't want to transform or bring any demons into their space, into their sacred garden, because there's consequences to pay. You see, yes. So I give thanks for all of you present in the room. I had to come forward and bring this, I mean, because it's been on my meditation since they take down the show. King Tyre, give thanks. Molessa, give thanks. And I want everyone to give a great shout out to Molessa because, Molessa is in the room, making sure that everything is in order and making sure everything is in check and balance. It's true, Molessa. It's true. And I'm saying is that we have to change that. We have to change these things and realize, you know what, be your authentic self, right? And yes, Jaren, give thanks, my brother. See it. Yeah, man. These religion and all these things, my brother, you're right about that. You see the religion and all these things, it is what they use to capture us. And if you look at in these religion, is most of the people that are in religion is our women. It's unfortunate, but it's true. And our women in these religion are helping to perpetuate them. And the moment our women remove themselves from these religions is the moment these religions will fall. So politics and religion is nothing that is good for us. Seeing? So we need to walk away from these things. Let them go. Yes, what I'm saying is these churches and all these things, these are not the solution. These are the problem. Politics is the problem. Religion is the problem. Seeing? You yourself have to set yourself free from all of these things. You see it? Yes, so my great sisters, Paul Moore. Yeah, I just love to see you guys reasoning on the chat. You see what I say? And yeah man, Junior, give thanks. Yeah man, more love, more life to the item, seeing for the support all the time, every time. Truly in the house, yeah man, give thanks for all of you black narrative in the house, seeing, yeah man. And I've seen quite a number of you in the house tonight, and so I give thanks for the support to see it. And there's things that we are going to keep reasoning about because there's some things that I'm going to bring to the item on this platform that we not even a platform because the other day my brother Jared said something to me about platform. Think about the word plat and form. You see, it's a plat being set up. And when you plat something, you see, they're forming a plat. That's why they have us using some word. So I have to get rid of them word there. See it when the virgin bring that to I didn't even, that's why I said word, sound, and power. So when we have to get rid of a lot of words. Seeing and platform is a word that we need to lose from our vocabulary because it's a plat that we are forming against ourselves. So when we use these words, yeah man. So give thanks everyone. Seeing and we just have to come together, as I said, those of us who are about it, you know yourself and you know within yourself. So, yeah, we don't want to force this message on anyone. We just want those who are truly about it. And then we're going to support each other and we'll see each other grow. It's not the many, it's not the majority that rule. Remember, it's the minority. So it's going to take a minority to change the things that need to be changed. It's not going to take the majority because majority never rule. That is a lie. That is a false narrative. Seeing? So don't think that, when some people tell us that things is not going to change because you don't have enough people, that is a lie. When you come and you see the wicked them, they are vibrating on wicked means. When you are on a balanced vibration, imagine how much more powerful you're going to become. Seeing? Yeah, man. So I give thanks, like I said, more love, more life, more power, more strength, more guidance, more protection, all the time, every time, to each and every one who forward into the life tonight, see it. And yeah, man, for the item participation, see it, for coming in and, giving your words and your reasoning, because this is what we are doing. We are holding reasoning with each other. Seeing? Yeah, man. So take care each and every one. Again, Melissa, always thanks. And we're gonna get others too. And the thing is, like, you know, you see with sisters, their eyes are always sharp, and a lot of times, like I said, they see what we don't see. So certain work is for the sisters, really and truly, because they are there to make sure that we, as the brothers, are protected, and we are there to see also that they are protected. That is the way it's supposed to be. See? So give thanks each and every one. Look after yourself. Walk good in the journey of life. Sin, Irie.